Hi guys, I have some vintage handbags here to show you. Lately I have been purchasing vintage handbags and my obsession almost every week changes. Sometimes I'm into lotions, like yesterday I was into body butter, and last week I was into a vintage bag, so I'm still expecting, I think, 2 or 3 more bags to arrive today. These 3 bags are from this company, Bienen. And just to let you know, guys, it's just a bit of information here for those who are not aware of this handbag brand. I first became aware of this handbag brand when I purchased this velvet blue with gold chain hardware handbag. And I bought that from a thrift shop in Orlando, and I bought it, I guess, for I think $50. And I was wondering, why would they price this so high? It was from thrift shop. Normally, when you go to thrift shops, it would be like $5 onwards, or maybe $10 tops. But for some reason, this church thrift shop purchased it at $50. So I'm like, okay, but I so love it because that's when the Dolce and Gabbana carpet bags and Gucci velvet bags and YSL velvet bags started coming into fashion. So I'm like, okay, this is a good dupe for that. And besides, it has, it's really good. It has a very good quality, the stitchings, the craftsmanship, everything is intact. And of course, when I checked the lining of the bag, it says Bienen Davis. I was like, who is this? So I like shopping for vintage bags, and every single time I'm not familiar with this product or this brand, then I would immediately Google it. And sometimes it produces info, sometimes it doesn't. Fortunately, there's actually a lot of info about Bienen Davis. Okay, so just to recap, Bienen Davis is a fusion of American and Italian craftsmanship. It was founded in New York in 1931 until the 70s. So can you imagine that? It was introduced in 1931, and then it was debuted, and you could see the Bienen Davis handbags being showcased in Hollywood movies and sets. So it exploded at that time, and I've seen some ads also. And Bienen Davis is actually a luxury handbag brand, and they were sold in those upper scale or high scale malls. And because of the craftsmanship and the detailing, and I had 2 Bienen Davis bags, but I've sold both of them. I regret it to this day because I should not have sold it. That's because they are coming back again, and the Bienen Davis handbags are very in at the moment, and there's a lot of write-ups about their handbags. It has been reintroduced, and they have their carpet bags, no, not carpet bags, like tapestry handbags, and then they have their minaudiers and things like that. And of course, the very structured, the structure of Bienen Davis handbags are very well structured. It's just handheld. And the in thing right now is the minute bags or minuscule bags, or like 2-inch bags that are being strutted in the runways. And who would wear a 2-inch handbag? It's like a keychain, right? So anyway, these are not minute bags. These are small to medium handbags, because they are actually they can be they're expandable. Okay, and the other one is a very big clutch. clutch. It actually has a strap, but when I bought it, it was missing the straps. But anyway, let me start with this handbag. I bought this off online. And it arrived yesterday. As you can see, I could not date it, but it's somewhere between just 1931. But the new ones today, gosh, they are very very expensive. There's like 2,700 for their handbags today. They have satin, they have decorated handbags, they have embroidered handbags. And they were relaunched last year actually, because that was the very first time I ever saw it again. And I was like, how much is that? It was at Barney's, New York, and they have it for like their bags won't go down, 1,000. It was like 1,000, 3,000 upwards. So I'm like, wow. So apparently this Bienen Davis luxury brand, they have reintroduced it by maintaining the style and the quality of the vintage, the vintage handbags. Anyway, so this is it. This is a satchel, a handheld bag. This is probably like 7 inches in length, but it's very very roomy, guys. It has like two divisions here, or compartments. It's probably like 4 to 5 inches in width, and the height is probably like 6 inches. So this would be a very very in handbag right now, aside from the Bien and Davis brand making its comeback. It's a tiny handbag as well, but it's a small handbag, it's not a tiny handbag. And this is how you open it. Okay, you pull this gold mesh round thing here, closure, and yeah, there you go. So you can just see that it is a vintage product, vintage bag. It says Bien and Davis, and it's just very very simple. And I'm glad these bags didn't come with any unpleasant smell at all, because I'm very very disappointed with one of the bags that I bought because I've doused it with baking soda for like 2 months. It still smells. So anyway, so I just had to apply shoe polish just to remove the scuffings, and some of the scuffs were removed. I could bring this to my to the shoe luggage repair, but there's not actually a major damage. Scratch, of course, it's that's inevitable for a vintage handbags, for vintage bags. So who knows, this could have been in the 1950s. I would safely say 1950s. Okay, it has 4 brass feet studs, and this is a fat, I would say this is a very very cute single thing. And I think you could add straps. You could just yeah, clip long straps, and this could become a crossbody. And I just love it. The interior just has one zippered compartment there, some open pockets, and this one is like stripy nylon. So not much, nothing special going on there, but you can just see that it's just really really well made, and I just love it. Okay, now it's very very it's very very rare to find a vintage handbag that is flawless. Of course it has to show age, so this has been carried by I don't know, who knows. Okay, now next handbag is like a suede bag, and the color is like it's not off-white, it's like yellowish custardy thing, but it's like not even sure what it is. And according to the seller, she just had this cleaned. Okay, so it's like suede. It's like suede, or it's like they say nubuck, or suede like material. But I could still see some black bits here at the pipings on the side, pipings where you hold this bag, which is of course normal. when you use the bag, of course the oil transfer and everything else in between. But I just love the closure, the clasp. The clasps are just, amazing, guys. It's it's just, bags are just an expression of it's art. It's wearable art. Okay. Now this has a brown lining, and it's all good, all new. No, it's not new. It's very clean, and it has that goldish Bienen Davis thingy there. If you can see that, it's like an Olympic. Okay, I just love this. I just love, look at that, look at that. I just love that. And this is slightly bigger than the other one. It has 4 feet studs, so taller. I think they're the same height. I guess they're the same, guys, but this is just a tad wider than the other one. All right, now we move on to this one. I've had this for, I think, more than a year now. This is a genuine patent leather, and I bought this from a flea market, and it was priced at $25. She won't come down on the price, and it may have some marks here, but nothing major. And this is in an envelope style. You can carry this as a clutch, ideally as a clutch, because this is really big. This is like probably 13 or 14 inches in length and 10 inches in height. These are just approximation, guys, because I'm not in the mood to go get the ruler somewhere. I'm just too lazy to do that. And this is expandable. It's an envelope clutch. It's white, and yeah, there you go. So it was missing this when I purchased it, and she said that this is a very good quality handbag, so she cannot she won't accept anything lower than, I mean, yeah, 25. She said, she was very firm. That's it, $25, and that's it. I was like, what? She gave me the Fendi bag for a lot lower than this one. But this one, she said no, because she'd rather use it if she can't get the price. And yeah, it's just white. I think the lining of the handbags goes with the whatever color of the outer surface is. And this one, this is how you do it. See? So it has different mechanisms. And my other bags were like kiss lock. The other one was a kiss lock, and the other one was just a plain clasp closure. But that was a really nice velvety bag. And yeah. So you could actually insert your, oh no, it's too tight. Yeah. You could wear it like this. It's a very spacious handbag, but more so for flat documents. But let me see, let me stuff it if it's going to. Okay, let me just stuff it with this. Oh geez, it's a very narrow handbag, guys. And okay, this is as expected, of course, because it's the sides are, it's a bit cracking, it's a bit cracked, but no, not a big deal. Just here, I could have it sewn. This is a patent white leather, and yeah, so this bit needs sewing, but not a big deal. You could still use this. So I just love Bienen Davis. So I have more to come. I have ordered several, so it's just a good thing to add to your collection. So some of the vintage bags, I actually use them. Some they're just better to look at because they are not very functional. When I go out, I can't really use them because they're too tiny. And yeah, when I go to church, I could do that. But if I go someplace else, then I want to make sure I have the whole house with me, so I use my totes. So guys, there you go. So yeah, this is just for those who are into vintage handbags. Yeah, so this is another brand to look out for. Okay, thank you. Bye.